Oh man, it never ceases to amaze me how these Sony pony fanboys just completely just lose their mind over the dumbest thing. So if you guys aren't aware of what I'm talking about, a few days ago a new trailer popped up for a new game and people are losing their mind. They're like, "Oh man, it's a fake Horizon." Like it's completely fake. People are just absolutely losing their mind. Destin I don't know Destin his thoughts on it. I didn't watch his video, but this person over on Twitter, Jamie's Act, said of course he approves of a PlayStation game ripoff. And I simply replied, the game is going to be on PlayStation, bro, which is true. The game is also on PlayStation. PlayStation has an extended trailer of how they go into the gameplay. And if you actually watch that extended trailer, by the way, you'll see that there is a lot of differences between Horizon and this game. This game might aesthetically look like Horizon, but gameplay wise, there's a lot of building in it, a lot of what kind of looks like a survivor game, and it really kind of looks like more of a Monster Hunter feel rather than a Horizon game. But, just to say out there, Mr. James, if you would actually look at PlayStation's official YouTube channel and look at the extended trailer, you would realize that this isn't exactly a Horizon ripoff. Yes, aesthetically, it kind of looks like Horizon. Like even the cover art there looks like Horizon. But if you actually get into the game and actually watch some gameplay, you'll realize, yeah, they're kind of different, really. Like they're completely different games when you look at the gameplay mechanics behind it. It's the best way I can compare it is Power World, right? If you look at Power World at face value, yeah, it kind of looks like a Pokemon ripoff. But when you actually play the game, it's completely different than anything Pokemon has ever done. Like it's nowhere near a clone or a ripoff of Pokemon, other than aesthetically the monsters kind of looking like Pokemon. Well, the same thing kind of goes for this new game. And like I said, if this was an actual PlayStation ripoff, why is PlayStation promoting this game on their official YouTube channel, putting out an extended look on it? People saw this game and they automatically assumed, oh, this is going to be Xbox ripoff of Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. Yet they completely leave out the fact that their game, Concord, was a blatant ripoff of Overwatch. And oh, by the way, how long did that game last? A week? So maybe you shouldn't go around saying, oh yeah, man, of course, this is a PlayStation game ripoff, even though PlayStation is promoting it on their YouTube channel, but I digress. So to me, it's absolutely funny how PlayStation fans are just losing their mind, right? They don't care that Concord ripped off Overwatch or Astrobot is nothing more than a ripoff of Mario. And by the way, I'm not saying Astrobot's a bad game. I'm not saying ripoff. Dude, there are so many games in the genre, in different genres today of gaming that copy off of other games. It's been that way forever. Going back to the Atari, I mean, there's always been games that ripped off other games. That's just the way it was. That's the way it is. So I don't understand why they're so like, oh my God, like they're ripping off Horizon. Like that's the first time a game has ever got ripped off, especially when their own studio about a month or two ago ripped off Overwatch and it massively bombed. So I don't understand why they're losing their mind. Like, oh my God, this game looks a little bit like Horizon, even though if I did my homework and went on the PlayStation channel on YouTube and actually watched the extended version, you would know that it's more than just a ripoff. Another thing I found absolutely funny is, again, we're running into this thing where Western devs versus Asian devs. Look at Aloy. Like, I don't have to say anything else, and look at the main character, or who I assume is the main character in this upcoming Horizon game ripoff. Like which one looks more appealing to the eye? I don't like the fact that we're in this kind of funk now era in video games where we have to make these female characters look, well, I'm just gonna say it, butt ass ugly. We're making these female characters look butt ugly. Aloy looks absolutely horrendous. The main character in the upcoming Fable game looks horrendous. Kay Vess looks horrendous in Star Wars Outlaws. And the funny thing about that, if you look at the Fable actress who does the mocap and Kay Vess actress, they're gorgeous looking women that they completely just ugly eyes, like ugly eyes. That's not a word. But completely made ugly just for the purpose of, I don't know, social politics. I don't like inclusion. What is it a crime now to be good looking? I don't understand. If it's a crime to be good looking, why are we still having like models and like all kinds of stuff? Like what's going on? Like, cause I'll tell you what, Instagram would beg to differ. I'm just saying. So I don't understand why we have to like make these characters so ugly. Why is Mary Jane so butt ugly in the Spider-Man game? I don't understand it. It's a freaking video game, okay? I don't know about you, but a lot of people play video games to escape real life, and not have to be constantly reminded, like, oh yeah, man, the world is bad. Whatnot. We play to be stress free. I don't necessarily play to have my character look like a butt ugly butch dude. And I'm sorry if that offends people, but that's the way I feel. And it's amazing to me how Asian devs understand this. Like they completely understand this. You look at games like Stellar Blade and looks at like how Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and all these different Asian devs, how they still go like they make the characters look beautiful. It's an art form. It's an art form, guys. We don't have to take everything so literally all the time. You don't have to make the characters purposely ugly. What's the purpose in that? What I don't get it. So again, there's a lot to unpack here. We got the Horizon game. Apparently, this is a ripoff of Horizon, even though gameplay mechanics, yeah, I understand the animals are robots and stuff, and that's very similar, but the gameplay mechanics is completely different. The characters are, I think, is just beautiful designed characters in this game. And again, this just shows you the large gap between American devs, Western devs, and Asian devs. And there's a reason why some of the best-selling games of 2024 is coming from the Asian development teams. It's because they still understand what people want. People don't want to play games for hyper-realistic game. Like we don't. Like we want fun gameplay, great story, hooking it, and giving us great visuals. That's what we want. And again, America, it's how they are. Western, not just America, it's over in Europe too. Like the Western devs, like they're all about, oh man, we got to make these characters look realistic, man. Oh god, and it's just ridiculous. So again, this game to me is not a ripoff aesthetically. It has similarities, much like Power World has similarities to Pokemon. But I think if you just actually do your homework, go on the PlayStation channel, watch that, you realize that these games are completely different games fundamentally at their core. And I don't know. I'm interested in this game. I am, but I don't know how I feel about the building survivor type mechanics. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of Monster Hunter as well. So depending, I might pick this game up and give it a try. Don't know if I'm going to pay full price or wait for a sale or something like that, or wait just for reviews. But just judging on the aesthetics, the gameplay from what I've seen, it looks very interesting. I like the character designs. I like the world designs. I am a fan of Horizon, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Aloy herself or the character models or stuff. But I think the Horizon game is very rich. And if we can get a game like this that kind of borrows some of that, but does some things a little better, I might be very interested in trying this, but only time will tell, really. So with that said, guys, that's my thoughts on it. I don't think it's a ripoff. I think people are just looking at the outside surface and they're judging a book by its cover. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. But that's just thoughts of me. I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. YouTube is all about, community reaching out and doing stuff. We need that feedback, guys. YouTube is always hounding me. Let your YouTube subscribers know to leave feedback. Yes, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about this rationally in the comment box below. Smash that thumbs up button. And until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that is my opinion.